Dear learners, how are you? Today I am here before you, Mr. S. Rahman, a former teacher of erstwhile St. Andrew's School. I am here before you to inspire you in learning social science. You must have been feeling very bored due to this lockdown situation, and your online classes are not at all very interesting for you. You are feeling a little bit tired of such non-conventional classroom situation. However, in order to prepare for the board exams in the ensuing 2021, you have to make your plan for social science. And social is not a subject of dates and only statistics or information. Rather, there are various scientific approach in social science, and that's why you have to adopt a scientific approach in learning social science as well. It is not a boring subject. As a teacher, I have been very closed to the students, and those who are very interested, grossly interested, they secured nice marks. Even in social science, I know some good followers of mine, those who secured nice marks, more than 95, 96, and one of the students who stood first in district in Bhagalpur, he got 99 in social science. Naturally, you can also opt for securing good marks in social science. What to do now? How will you do that? You have to make a plan as to how you will learn this social science chapter wise, not by learning or memorizing descriptive materials all in a lengthy manner, not like that. Suppose you are learning growth of nationalism in all European countries in first chapter in history. Then in that lesson in class 10th level, you have to make separate plans for understanding the growth of this nationalism in France, in Germany, in England, and in Italy. How they carried on their that type of development of nationalism, how they had their similarity and dissimilarities. You have to note down them. You make notes, very small sentences or very specific phrasal expression. No need to write descriptive, it very enormous descriptive answers. Suppose you are writing about the growth of nationalism in France. Then how the nationalism started, was initiated by the newly formed government. Number one, will you note down that thing? Then what are the different steps they took for growing that interest in the people? What sort of measures they were taken to revive the sense of oneness? What sort of new things were introduced by them to make people understand that they all were one united French nation? In this way, make these notes one by one by giving 1, 2, 3 points, dot points, not 1, 2, 3 number. If you put number in the Arabic number 1, 2, 3, then it may be mixed up with questions. That's why don't give that. Give either dots, bold dots, or only any Roman numbers also, means 1, 2, 3 Roman numbers, so that the questions number and the answer, this point number should not be mixed up. Then make notes in your copy thoroughly, and keep the records of all these. Then suppose you are discussing about the growth of nationalism in England, then you will find there that the growth of nationalism in England and growth of nationalism in France are different. In England, how the British people took the initiatives to unite the entire British Isles, like Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and England. Then how England took the lead role and what of measures are taken by them. They note down all these one by one, and how the British initiatives ultimately made the a country a united country. In this way, you have to make these points. Make the point wise. No need to write a descriptive sentences. You make only small points with phrasal expressions, small sentence or phrasal expressions. Only basic points. So that when you go through the content of those answer wise, means different question wise answers, their points, then it will be easier for you to recollect during the examinations. And it is your time to utilize, because you are neither having any responsibility, any burden to go to the schools every day. You are having enormous time at your home, and you open your book, read it thoroughly. You can do that. You are quite matured now, and read it thoroughly and make the points one by one. Nationalism, the growth of nationalism in France. You note down all these points. Growth of nationalism in Italy, how that initiatives were taken by Mazzini, then Count Cavour, and how ultimately Garibaldi and all these they contributed. Then you go for Germany, how it was started by Otto von Bismarck and all, and how this effort of this Chancellor of Germany ultimately led the growth of nationalism in Germany and made them a very strong nation under the command of Otto von Bismarck. In this way, make the points all these. Then you can go for geography. Geography also, it is not a simple boring matter. Rather, it is having certain scientific approach. Suppose you are discussing our resource development. Then you note down what are the resources are essential for our life and what sort of contributions are there in that certain resource. What sort of benefits you are getting. You note down one by one. How the resources which are given by nature, natural resources, how they are utilized at different ways. Suppose you are discussing about the iron and other different metals, then note down one by one what sort of benefits are being available there. Point one, how they are derived from earth mines and all, and how these are having the different features and how they are getting benefited of that. Then you note down all these. You have to make only small question answers, hardly 4 or 5 points. No need to write enormous 2 pages answers. Only 4 or 5 points of only hardly a few words. Then when you recollect, then you can enlarge the given points. Then suppose you are going to discuss about power sharing in civics. In power sharing, what is power sharing? And how power sharing can provide all democratic benefits to the nation, those who are sharing properly, and how they are getting affected if they are not properly shared, how the lack of power sharing is detrimental for the democracy. You have to note down by giving example from Sri Lanka and giving example from Belgium. These two comparative discussion will help you to understand that how Belgians power sharing made the country so peaceful, so ideal for establishing democratic setup there, and how the lack of power sharing just followed by the Sri Lankan government by following vegetarian policy. That vegetarianism means the establishment of the majority's power and authority in the country led the country to face a lot of trouble. You have to note down all point wise. What was vegetarianism? How vegetarian government followed some policy. Number second, what was the impact of this vegetarian policy and how it affected the country's economic and other progress. Then you only 4 points. Then impact of vegetarian policy in Sri Lanka in 4 points you can. Then if we go for popular struggle chapter, then in popular struggle you will find the popular struggle interested in Nepal. How that country which was dominated by single autocratic rulers rule. It was a theocratic country and it was ruled by that absolute powerful monarchs. That monarchical system was existing, and that country ultimately turned to a democratic country. How different political organizations they just join their hands. They adopted the policy of common minimum program policy, and ultimately they joined their hands and compelled the government that was being run by Gyanendra, who was usurper of the power by killing his cousin brother, and how he was compelled to step down. You note down all points, very small sentences. Then if you keep this record, you'll understanding, you will do that. Suppose you are discussing about economics, because you have to learn entire all matters systematically. Then at first you prepare all these chapters that are included in the syllabus for history. Then use it your time, fix your time to learn about social science, civics. Then go for geography, one after another, basic main chapters, and they are point wise. You see the questions are there, you read the questions, and accordingly you will find out the answer also. And only on basis of different topics, on the basis of topics, if you keep the record of all those topics serially, one by one, then for every topic you will find 4 or 5 points, and if you keep all those points in your mind, at the time of examination you will be able to recollect easily. It is your responsibility how far you are capable to keep the records. And I can give you one experience, share my experience with you. One of the student of a very reputed school in Bhagalpur, St. Joseph School, and there I came across with a very fine child, and I used to take just care for him, and I found that he made exactly the synopsis of entire content of the syllabus. Whichever questions are asked, he gave the just points one by one, and fluently enough, and very fast enough. It means that he could give the reflection of every questions, every topic very explicitly, very clearly, without any hesitation, and that helped him to learn so nicely that he stood second topper in the school. Then such is possible. Everyone can do. It is not that certain reputed school student can do that. Any student. In I was last in Ganpatra Sarabha Vidya Mandir as an English teacher there, but still I have that close knack with the subject of social science, because many students were given special coaching at my home in social science too. And I noticed that those who are very careful in keeping the notes carefully, and then systematically they noted down entire aspects, then they secure good marks. And I came across many good students of Mount Assisi and all, and those students also I noticed that I told them to just keep on noting down the basic points of every small matters, and then on the basis of the topics you keep the records. You make a copy, big copy, and you keep on noting down. When you are free, give at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours or 3 hours every day, and read thoroughly, because you are capable to understand. You are having your own power of realization and understanding. Read it, and you will understand which are the points, basic points, which are important lines, which are important things to be noted down. Then you can note down all those, and on the basis of the topic you keep 4 or 5 points each. Don't try to copy from different help books or all those guides. These are prototypes. Then your prototype answer may not be very impressive, because the teacher will see that your answer having a specific effort in presenting your answer with your own knowledge, your own apprehension, your own ability of comprehending thing will be reflected in your answer. Then you will be given good marks. Then you remember it, and you keep noting down all those subject matters. I am not giving specifically any example how to keep note down, because I am not demonstrating. I am giving idea, and you know that an idea can change life. Your own effort should be utilized, And being the student, you are having that power and ability to imagine, and power and ability to understand, comprehend the thing. And if you develop your that certain ability of comprehending thing, then you will surely the good learner. And when you learn these things independently without being helped by anyone else, that will be a perfect learning, because you will have your clear understanding of that. Then only you can secure good marks, and you can secure even 99% marks in social science as well. Moreover, for suppose you are discussing economics, money and credit, how money was evolved. Then you note down how money was evolved from from kodi to metallic coins, and then paper money, and then presently the different checkbooks and all these. Then how these are transformed, how money is having this present form, present involvement in all economic activities. You note down all these points. The evolving of money in our life, the evolve of present money, and then how money is transferred from one person, the one who is having a lot of money, and to the person who is having less money. Then you have to discuss about the activities that are being done by banking system. Then you can go for credit and all, and how credits are having different types. The informal credit, formal credit, for which are formal credit, which are informal credit. What are the merits of formal credit? What are merits of informal credit? And what are demerits of informal credits? How people are exploited in informal credits? How they are having their adverse impact in taking informal credit? All these things you have to note down one by one. Then if you note down, then you will understand. You have to do it, and if you do this thing, you will surely secure good marks. And lastly, for map pointing, your geography learning will never be perfect unless you go through the map. That's why see the map, you go through the maps different parts and all, then you if the map pointing is required, then you practice at home, because that is also a very concrete marks. If you make the proper labeling and proper representation of the different places to note down there, to point out which are the places are noted down here, then map pointing will give you at least that 5 marks very easily, and there will be no mistake at all. No mark will be deducted, you will get surely 5 marks. That's a map pointing must be also practiced. You cannot ignore. Then if you do all these things, surely you will secure good marks, and expect that in the new year, although you are not being properly guided by your teacher regularly in class, whatever they are making effort through online, you follow them, and you just add your effort, then you will surely secure good marks. I wish you all the best of luck for the new year, and overcome all these lockdown pressures. Just keep on doing your work, and if you just ignore lockdown, you will be the strong person in future. You can say in future that yes, see, we were in lockdown, still we did our learning, and we secured good marks, and we achieved our knowledge. Thank you. Best of luck.